My dad used to be my mom. My dad used to be my mom. Okay, I think our sound is good. Hopefully this live stream will hold up. Welcome to the chat. We are live. We're going to have some chill vibes chat today. Riverside, Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Your girl Tami, expat, United States, Orlando, Florida. Been here approximately a year, in case you guys don't know me when you start coming in. But if you are new, welcome to the channel and welcome to the chat, because I greatly appreciate every one of you that comes in. This chat is basically, we're going to talk about, once we get more people in here, we're going to talk about this statistic. This statistic that I heard today about how a lot of Americans are leaving or wanting to leave the States. And they said that the Gen X generation, which is my generation, are only at 25%. Yeah, oh. Hey guys, you guys coming in? Nate, I'll show you outside in just a minute. Sort of want to get into, we can get more people on the chat and get into this conversation and get some comments. But yeah, thanks for coming in. So anyway, yeah, they're saying 25% of Gen X is wanting to leave the United States, whereas about 65 to 80% of Gen Z wants to leave the United States. And I'm thinking, now wait a minute, this shit doesn't really make sense to me, because, I mean, I'm personally in Phnom Penh, Cambodia right now. And the majority of the expats that are out here right now are not young, okay? Like, I see a handful, but they could be tourists. I don't think they're really living out here. As far as the Gen X generation or older, that's what I see out here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Like, it looks like a hell of a lot more than 25%, if you know what I mean. So that's what I'm talking about today, so we can get into that conversation. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are wanting to leave the United States, drop a comment in here. Let's get the chat going, because I'd really be interested in knowing your demographic. Like, are you Gen Z? Are you millennial? Are you in the X category like I am? Are you a boomer? So let me know where you're coming in from, what state, what country. You don't have to give me your age or nothing like that, but just tell me which generation you're from. And let's see if we can just take our own little survey in this live stream and find out exactly who is what. That's what I'd be curious about. Nate says, okay, Nate, so you're 32 and you've been living abroad for 14 years. Hey, that's fantastic, man. You found a way to get out and you found a way to do it. That's fantastic. Hey, Mr. Josh Tharash is in the house. You're from Armenia? Super cool. Super cool. Let me see what else we got in here. Josh Trish, okay. Oh yeah, thanks Mark. Yeah, I mean, I always forget to do that in my own live stream, but yeah, drop a like. That'll help push this out to other people who might want to hear some information about living out here in Cambodia. Hi Papu. Papu's in the house. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you a view of what's happening out here. We are currently at a place called Coconut Park. I'm actually in a little pavilion right now. And it's just a little place. It's a free place to sit down. under the bamboo pavilion. They're doing some construction right now, but we're right off the river. I don't think this is exactly the Mekong. This could be the Tonle Sap River, but it's adjacent to the Mekong. We got one of the bridges. It takes you over the island. Well, it's sort of like a peninsula. But yeah, here we are. We're chilling. We're right next to the river. It's very, very quiet, guys. You can see the river's moving. We've had a lot of rain. In fact, it just stopped raining. I was trying to get the rain on live stream, but nothing yet. But yeah, that's where we're at today, guys. That's where we're at. All right, let me jump back into your comments, see what everybody's doing. Oh, all right, all right. I ain't gonna judge you. James, who's this? I'll just say B Bandito, okay? I'm from Florida too, in case you don't know me. I am originally from Orlando. Pretty much grew up in the Orlando area, then moved out to the Polk County area. You know, yeehaw. Lived out there for about 20 years. Winter Haven area, if you're familiar with that. Cool, cool. Cool to see a Gen X in here. Very cool. Vietnam, all right. Mishu from Vietnam. No, Nini Mishu, I wish I could pronounce that, but I'll kill it, man. It's gonna be horrible if I try to say it. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at pronunciation, okay? Yes, I have tried Vietnamese food. Vietnamese food is very vegetarian. Can I say that? I do like all the fresh vegetables that they give you with the meal. But sometimes it's a little too much, you know what I mean? But they do give you a lot. Like, you can literally take home half of all the fresh lettuce and herbs and just make your own damn salad when you get to the house. That's all I'm saying. Mark, am I used to the humidity? We're just approaching the end of the rainy season, and I'm gonna be honest with you, yesterday was super humid. I just went out for a short time to actually do some grocery shopping, and I felt a little dizzy because I'm having to get used to the stillness again, because we were getting all this breeze and everything with all the rain for the last few months, and now it's like it's just getting really super still. And yeah, I gotta get used to the humidity all over again. It's sort of windy now, but it's still, I mean, you can tell, look, there's no breeze. You can barely see the leaves moving. Yeah, there's no breeze, but yeah, I'm getting used to humidity. This will be my second round of humidity, because when I first moved here, this was early January, and I was in before the rainy season, and I'm gonna tell you what, I'm from Florida. I'm a Florida girl, and I'm used to heat and humidity, but Cambodia has its own level because it's more tropical. You know, Florida's more subtropical, but here it's more tropical, and it's next level heat and humidity. That's why a lot of people during the day, they sort of hide out, like where we are now, under this little bamboo hut thing. Even though the sun's not out today, but it's very still. Okay, what am I drinking, guys? I picked up a matcha. This is a milk matcha. Of course, the milk's been mixed in with it, so it turns green. I'm not a big matcha fan. Matcha man. I want to be a matcha man, but no, it's okay. I picked up this, and I picked up a meal. It was dried beef with rice and a little thing of some kind of like pickled herbs or something that you put on top of it. So it was very, very plain. It was like this, and the drink came to $4.96. I was at the coffee shop down the street because I was hungry. It wasn't bad. I've never had dried beef before, guys, and it reminded me, it's almost like beef jerky, you know, but it wasn't, I mean, it was tough like beef jerky, but it wasn't as, it was still chewy. It was soft on the inside, and it had seasonings in it. It's pretty good, man. For $2.50 for that wasn't a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Oh, oh no. Construction, guys. This may be a tough live stream. They weren't doing this earlier, man. Oh no. I have to talk in between. Have I ever had bubble tea milk? Yes, I have. It was good. Okay, let me catch up. Yeah, $4 weather report. I'd move somewhere else, but there's nowhere to go. Everything is wet. I don't know. We might be able to go out in the jungle area, but it's going to be all wet. Yeah, they're building something over here, guys. I have no idea what they're building. But yeah, here's the view out here. A nice little view. Go figure, right when I do a live stream, they gotta jump in. Get out, Matthew. Matthew in the house from Bartow? What? When I tell people I'm like literally lived in Winter Haven, nobody knows where the fuck that is. Bartow? Dude. Now you're bringing back memories. I remember driving through Bartow to get up to Brandon and then head out to the West Coast for the beach. And it's not much going on in Bartow. In fact, I don't think there's much going on in Bartow to this day. Oh my God. Hello, fellow Polk Countyan. Holy shit. Holy shit. That is so wild. It's a small world, ain't it? Oh my God. From Africa. Okay. Somebody's in here from Africa. That is wild. Hello, welcome from Africa. Super cool. Super cools. Super cools. What the hell am I saying? But yeah, anyway, so as we went to the beginning of the chat, are you thinking about moving to Phnom Penh, Cambodia? Drop a comment if you are. If you are, quick plug, I am a relocation specialist. I have a website. I can help you move here. It is called nextstepunknown.me, and you click the services tab and I can get you set up out here. I mean, I can't promise a bunch of shit, but I can at least get the, you know, the roots. I can help you locate an apartment, to go through a good realtor that won't rip you off. I can help you at least point you in the right direction to get some expat health insurance if that's what you're looking for. I can't guarantee you can get it because it all depends on you, you know. And I can help you like get your visa, direct you how to renew your visa, and just little things like maneuvering around the city. You know, if you're not into motorbikes like me, like how else is there? Is there public transportation? Are there tuk-tuks? Those are the things I can help you with. Same thing with meds. Where do I go get my meds? Where's the hospitals? Where do I go shopping? Where's the cheap food? Girlfriend knows cheap food and cheap drinks, okay? I can lead you to the most cheapest places, or I can lead you, if you're balling in money, I can get you to the biggest high-rise restaurant in the sky. If you can buy yourself $100 steak and have a view of this entire river at 38th floor. It's a restaurant called Cuts. Not that I've personally bought $100 steak, because girlfriend ain't balling like that, okay? But those are the things that you will find out here in Phnom Penh. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Jose, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not doing the morning routine anymore, but I might start something else new. I don't really want to say it right now, but it'll be a way for you to interact more than chat, okay? But I have to see if I can get it all set up, and I'll make the announcement down the road so that we can have more interaction, maybe through video. So that's an idea. Wally World, hey Wally, hey. 4 more days? I thought you were already out here. Boy, what you doing with your life? Good to see you, Wally, good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see. What's the cost of living out here, Matthew? Okay, I got you. Sorry, if I don't catch all your messages, I apologize. Try to flip through. It depends on you. It really does. It depends on you and your lifestyle. So, you can get away with, if you really want to live like a local, I mean, I'm sure you can find really bare bones apartments for like $50 a month. But you ain't gonna have no air conditioning, okay? You may only get a mat on the floor. You can move up to $150 a month and get air conditioning. You can go as high as $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month if you want some luxury condo in the sky, right? And everything in between. So it really depends on you. So just to use me as an example, because you want to know my cost of living. I'm sure you guys are curious. If you don't know who I am, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I personally retired, and I have a pension that comes in from the United States, okay? And that's another thing. You gotta have money, okay, guys? You can't just say, I'm gonna sell all my shit and I'm just gonna move out of here. I'm gonna move to Cambodia with no savings, no job, and I'm gonna make it work. Not. You got to have a stream of income. So either you're working online, you become an English teacher out here, which they always need teachers, guys, and you don't need any experience. The only thing you need is a teaching certificate. It's called a TEFL, Teaching English as a Foreign Language. That's all you need. And you can get a pretty decent job out here. Now, if you have a college degree to back it, you get more bread. You know what I mean? But yeah, at least have a pension, social security check, way to make money online, or teach out here. Now with me, my pension's not big, guys. It's only $800 a month, right? And I'm living off of $600 a month. I'm still able to live really good out here for $600 a month, all in. I'm talking rent, utilities, transportation, cell phone, eating out a couple times a week. Now, I live like a local. I do not live like a tourist, okay? I'm not a vacationer. I'm not just passing through. I am living here, so I treat it as such. So I'm able to save about $200 a month out of $800. I could never do that back in the United States, never. So that's one of the reasons I'm here, man, because I can live, my dollar goes further. I'm able to stash the cash. It's very peaceful and quiet and calm, and it's nobody really gives a shit that you're a foreigner out here. Do you know what I'm talking about? They'll look at you and they'll think, foreigner. but they don't hassle you out here, especially here. Like, guys, look at this. Look at this riverfront. You see this? I am literally the only one out here. There's a guy, just random guy, just walking through. But yeah, we're on the opposite side of where all the tourists come through. Total opposite side. Oh, they're back. They're back. They're back. See, there's just people out there fishing. Just chilling and fishing, doing their thing out here. It's a barge parked right here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Sorry, put you right next to the water bottle. But yeah, that's what I'm living on. So if I can do it, you know, on $800 or less a month, that's really all, you know, you just need a little bread and you can do it too. But again, if you're used to like I have air conditioning in my apartment. Don't think I'm living like some kind of primitive out here. Like I got a fully furnished, like I literally just walked in with my backpack. Okay, guys, signed a lease. My rent is $330 a month. Well, it was $350. When I first came in, it was $350. I gave the woman the first month rent, and the second is the deposit, which matches the rent. $700 to move in. I paid her cash. Okay, no credit check. Signed a lease for 6 months. Just renewed my lease and got her down to $330 a month now. Talked her at $20 down. Came fully furnished with a king-size bed, a washing machine, a 180 wraparound balcony. I live on the second floor in a nice Kamai neighborhood. And yeah, got 2 couches in my living room, got a giant-ass kitchen. They run off of gas, what do you call, propane gas for cooking. Now there's no oven, but I have a stove top, and that's all I need. And big-ass refrigerator. Now, the one thing you have to get used to, guys, is you have to hang your clothes out, because nobody out here has dryers. I mean, that's a Western thing. But I do have a modern toilet. But I mean, drying your clothes is no big deal, okay? Like, you just put, you know, what do you call, clothesline out on your back patio. Like I do, I wash my clothes once a week on a Sunday. Hang my clothes out. I start early in the morning. My clothes are usually dry by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I actually like it. I think it's pretty cool. I really do. All right, I'm just yakking on. Let me see what else you guys got going on. Let's see. I'll give you the view though, but let me see what you guys are doing. Okay, Matthew, your uncle lives in Ho Chi Minh City? Okay, that's cool. How long has he been in Ho Chi Minh City? Thanks, Gangler. Appreciate that. I'm glad you like the braid. Yeah, I remember, Jose, the time difference. Yeah, but yeah, guys, if you got any questions, I know I'm rattling on, but go ahead with your questions. Thanks, Duncan J. I hope you have a blessed weekend as well. Okay, Nate T, you're planning on moving to Siem Reap? You want to see how it is? Okay. There's a lot of people that move to Siem Reap. Okay, Matthew, I just saw your comment. You said that you moved from Lakeland to Bartow and you're thinking about moving back. You know, that's funny you should say that because my son, actually, he's 21 and he lives in Lakeland with his girlfriend. And yeah, there ain't nothing to do in Bartow, man. There really isn't. There really isn't. So, there you go, guys. Here's another Westerner walking through, just to show you I'm not the only one out here. Here he comes right now, coming around the mountain. When he comes, got the garbage trucks coming through. There he is with the backpack. There he goes. Checking out the riverfront. That's what they got going on out here, so yeah. Okay, Matthew, sorry, catching up. So he moved there in 1994. He's been in Ho Chi Minh City. Wow. Yeah, Stephen, welcome in on the live stream. No, we're in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. It's not Japan, bro. Although I'd like to see Japan. Maybe one day, but it's not Japan. We are in Cambodia. Yeah, Jason, again, Phnom Penh, Cambodia. So yeah, I mean, that's cool that you guys are interested. Let's see if I missed anything else. Hold on, going back. But yeah, Matt, Nate, going back to you about moving to Siem Reap. I visited Siem Reap. I actually rented it before when I was slow traveling. Before I even came to Cambodia, or Phnom Penh to settle down, I should say. I actually, I did the backpacking thing, and I got an Airbnb in Siem Reap. I rented a really cool, it was sort of outside the city, and it was like a wooden raised structure. It's hard to explain, but it was a traditional Khmer house, and I rented that for $300 a month. It was just more cost efficient, to stay a month. And I got to tour Angkor Wat, Angkor Thom, where they shot, what was that, Tomb Raider movie, that's where they shot it at. So I got to see that in person. It was awesome. Not to mention all the other little temples, wild monkeys just jumping around in the trees. I mean, it was just spectacular. And downtown Siem Reap itself is pretty cool. Now, if you're into bar hopping and beer and drinking, I mean, it's not really me, but that's a place for you. There's a lot of cool restaurants along. There's a small river that runs through there. You can eat off next to the river. They have cafes. They've got a market. It's just a mini version of Phnom Penh. This is the city. This is the big capital city where I'm at. But it's a very small sliver of Phnom Penh. It's more of a laid-back kind of life, slower pace. So if that's what you're into, then that would be the place for you. Me personally, I don't know. There wasn't too much other than touring the ruins, which is great, but it's how much of that can you do every day? Unless I was a bona fide archaeologist, and I'm not. So there wasn't really much for me. I like to hang out at different coffee shops or hang out, try different foods from all over the world. They got all of that here in Phnom Penh. So, whereas, I mean, you got some variety in Siem Reap, but it's not as much. But I tell you, there's a lot of dudes that are expats that come out here that swear by Siem Reap. They absolutely love it. So I think you're going to love it too. But you might want to look into another little small place. It's called Kempot. I'll spell it Kampot. That is south of Phnom Penh, and it's more mountainous, okay? So there's more mountains, more jungle. There's more, like, if you're into water sports like kayaking, um, the beach is literally only 30 minutes away from that city. So even though you're in the mountains and the rice fields, you can get well, if you got a motorbike, just hop on your motorbike, go out to Kempot, from Kempot to Kep. Kep is the beach area. Um, yeah, and just do the beach. So a lot of people swear on that too. Just saying. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate you. I'm talking too quiet for an American in public. I think I'm just trying to be respectful of these guys working next to me. I don't want to be super loud. I'm not a loud person anyway. Hey, who's that? King to Bag, you're in Maryland. Hey, I know you. Welcome in. One of my OGs, welcome in. Yeah, welcome in. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, bro. It's an overcast day. You know, it's not super sunny, but it's cool. We're all right. Mr. 313. Okay, that's a good question. At what point would I become bored or homesick and want to change of scenery? I think it really just depends. I don't know. I mean, I'm not bored or homesick because I'm so used to living abroad. Like, I visit my children every 2 years. I go back to the States. Not this year, but next year I'll be going in. And then I'll decide, well, do I want to go back to Cambodia and stay? Or do I want to check out another country? I don't know. And it's hard to say. I haven't really been homesick. Maybe it'll hit more around Christmas time, but, I talk to my kids, we do FaceTime, we talk a lot. It's no big deal. But as far as being bored, I guess that could happen. So you just have to keep it interesting. If I get real super bored, like, I could just book a train ticket and go down to the beach, or I could take a short 1-hour flight and hop up to Siem Reap, or maybe I could fly into Vietnam. They got really nice beaches along Da Nang, or Da Nang, however, I don't know how you say it, tomato. But yeah, Vietnam's real close. The Thai border is pretty close. I can hop over into Pattaya Beach. But I haven't been in that mode yet. Sort of just like stacking the cash, you know what I mean? Saving money. Saving money, guys. Here we go. Here comes a barge coming through. Check this out. Let's see if you can see it. Yum? I can't say your last name. Yum the Great? You're the biggest fan? Well, hi. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Thank you. And indeed, dog. 2004. Thank you for saying I'm so lucky to live this life, and I'm sorry that... What small town are you living in? What small town are you in? N8 dog. I'd like to know. Believe me, I've been there, done that. I lived in Winter Haven, Florida, and that's really a small town. Really sucks. Really nothing to do out there. So yeah, Have I been to Sri Lanka, Stephen? No, I have not been to Sri Lanka. I would like to do that one day, though. I think that'll happen one day. Mr. 313, no, I don't do tours. Like my services are basically just to help you get set up out here. So I'm not a tour guide, guys. I'm not doing no tours. I would rather just help people begin their lives out here. So if that's something you're interested in, you know, hit me up. I have my email. You can ask me questions for free. You don't have to go to my website. You can go to my business email, Tami, Tami at nextstepunknown.com. And if you miss all this, don't worry. At the end of the live stream, I'll drop all the links down there below in the description. But yeah, that's my shtick. You know what I mean? That's my shtick, man. Like, I'm not a tour guide, guys. I can guide you around town, but I'm not gonna take you on a big tour or anything like that. So yeah. Good question though. Matthew, it is probably 3:30 p.m. out here right now. This is what do you call Friday? This is Friday afternoon out here. Oh no. I'll try to see if we can get across the street. Jose, you said you tried to email me? Well, I've been getting emails from people. Make sure you've got the right, you're spelling my name correctly, okay? But try again, okay? I mean, I'm sorry if you're not getting through, but I've been getting emails from other people, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm gonna see if this live stream holds up. We're gonna try to go sit by the river. I think would be really nice. Yeah, give this live stream a thumbs up. All right. I'm gonna give you the view while we get together here. Gotta get it together, bro. Oh, sorry. Whoopsie, my finger got in the way. I never said I was good at this shit, okay? Don't judge me. All right, let's see if we can walk out here. Yeah, this is, it's just like a free place to sit. They have little businesses in here. It's like a rooftop bar, island club, opens up at 4. But yeah, let me just show you around a little bit. It's pretty cool. Love the plants. This is the backside into this little Coconut Park. I'll show you a little bit of what's happening out here. Look at these flowers, aren't they beautiful? They're so nice. Not much going on out here, guys. This is really like to bring your dog out here and just sort of hang out. Park, but nothing's happening right now. This is where we were sitting, was right up here. Well, that's pretty neat. You can go up on the second floor. That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. Cool. But I want to see if we can get across the river and still keep the Wi-Fi. It says. Yeah, pretend you guys are here. Yeah, it is peaceful and serene. It's super nice. Ah, I feel a breeze, finally. Whee! Going through the weeds. And here we are. It's not. People are chilling. Hopefully you guys can see this. But yeah, see everybody just chilling out here? It's a chill spot. There we are. It's a chill spot. Sorry guys, I'm just shaking all over the place here. Oh. Okay, hold on. I really don't want to drop my phone out here. That would suck. Good question. No, I ride solo, man. I mean, I'm so used to going solo, traveling all over the world. Like, it doesn't really bother me. I don't get harassed by anybody. So if you're a female woman and you're like worried about that, like, don't worry about it, man. It's safe. It's really safe out here. Now, of course, don't put yourself in compromising positions. Like, don't be wandering around out here. Like, even out here at 2 a.m. in the morning, I wouldn't be caught out here at 2 a.m. in the morning. You don't want to be drunk and loosey-goosey and then have some dude take advantage of you. And I'll tell you what's worse, it's not really the locals that are going to get you, even though they could rob you because they know you're drunk. But it's the other expats, man. Like, there's a lot of, expat Westerners that come in from Australia, New Zealand, Germany, England, and they're worse than the locals, man. You got to really watch them. I think that's who you really got to look out after. I hate to say that because I'm a Westerner myself, but bro, yeah, that's who you got to look out after. Another barge coming through. Guys, I'm trying to read your stuff. I don't know if this live stream is staying on. Hopefully it is. If it's not, we're going to be in trouble. take a look at some of these buildings around here. Hi Alex, welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I was over here. Well, now I'm by the river, shit. I'm trying to read your comments, sort of hard with the blur. There's a blur out here. Hey, you're welcome, Mr. 313. You know, no worries, man. No worries. I try to answer all the questions I can out here. Let's see if I missed anybody else's questions while you check out the riverfront, the bridge, one of many bridges out here. An incoming typhoon. I haven't heard anything about an incoming typhoon, guys, so I think I'm pretty safe. We've been getting like rain off and on, but no incoming typhoon. So it's pretty chill, pretty chill. That's one thing about Cambodia, especially in Phnom Penh, like if you're not near the coast, we're in a nice little pocket in Southeast Asia. We're not, we don't get it like typhoons. We just get big rain. That's about it. But we don't get anything else. Hey, check this out. That right over there that I'm pointing to, right there, those are floating restaurants. They're not open right now. I was thinking of checking that out one night, but they open, I think, at 5 o'clock. Stay open till 2 in the morning, but they're all lit up at night. And you can get like a pizza or something on there and a drink for like $5. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see, what you... Okay. If I can read your, yeah, Mr. 313. If you're talking about a brick and mortar business, no, I'm not into that. I mean, the only business I want to do is what I've got going on right now online, which is helping expats move here. So, yeah, that's the only business I'm interested in right now. I mean, who knows down the road? As a foreigner, you can buy a business out here. In fact, if you got some cheese, if you got $250,000 cash sitting around and you want to buy a citizenship, you literally, for $250,000, you could pay the government that, get your citizenship with no questions asked. They don't care if you know the language. You don't have to know shit about the history, the language, nothing. All you need is present the money, right? Or you can dump $300,000 into a local business project that's run by the government and you'll get your citizenship. I just found this out recently. But now if you are just a regular Joe Schmuck like me who ain't got no $250,000 sitting around, and you want to go the normal route to get citizenship, then you actually have to live here like 7 years, and you have to be able to speak, read, and write the Khmer language. You have to prove that, and you also have to take a history test in order. And then even if you pass all of that, they said it's up to the government's discretion if they want to give you Cambodian citizenship. So it's not a guarantee. But here's the good news, guys. Here's the good news. You can live here as long as you want without getting citizenship. All you have to do is just keep renewing your retirement visa or your business visa. So let's say you're under 55, you can just simply get an e-visa or an ordinary visa and renew that. And that's all you got to do. And you can just renew it on a yearly basis and live here indefinitely if that's what you want to do. Or a retirement visa. It's the same cost. They just call it something different. That's a sweet deal, guys. Sweet deal. Check out this. But yeah, you can see all the builders. There's a lot of construction going on. A lot of construction. Good questions, guys. Where am I? I'm Riverside, Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Yeah, you could do a bookstore. You can open up any business you want, Mr. 313. I mean, there's restaurants, there's cafes, there's bookstores. When we were just in that building, there's somebody running a music shop where they're teaching how to learn to play the piano, because that's something I've always wanted to do. It's a little bit pricey for my blood, but it's $50 a week. And for a month, $200 a month, you can learn to play the piano. But I mean, that's somebody's business. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I mean, anything and everything. Use your imagination. Whatever, you come out here and get boots on the ground and just figure out what people could probably need. Okay, what I pay for rent? I pay $330 for rent. And I got a huge 1-bedroom apartment with a washer, giant refrigerator, king-size bed, all fully furnished, air conditioning, you name it, it's out there. So yeah. Looks like everybody's leaving. See what's happening over here. Yeah, I'm just sort of hanging out on the wall right now. Good question. You know, I think it's possible. I live out here on $650 a month, maybe a little bit less. Depends on my expenses. I don't know if you can do 500. Depends on your lifestyle, man. If you really buckle down and live like a local, I think you could swing it. But again, I don't know your lifestyle. I personally live off about $650 a month because I don't smoke cigarettes. I'm not buying cigarettes. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not out here hopping from bar to bar and spending money on booze. You know, I have a set budget. So I'm not like out here living like somebody passing through, like a vacationer. I'm not blowing money, but trust me. I'm living out here like a local. And that's what you have to do, but you could probably make it work. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I'm just checking your comments out, guys, while you check out the views. People like you even though you're American. People don't even know I'm American. I mean, they can tell I'm a Westerner, but they may think I'm from Spain. Unless I start speaking, they have no idea. But as far as like, if they speak English and they ask me where I'm from, and I say I'm from America, yeah, they're like, cool, you know, like there's no animosity. They don't make a funny face or, you know, like roll their eyeballs. Like I've had that shit happen to me on the road being from other places, but I don't get it here. It's pretty chill. It's pretty chill. Spend all your money on booze. Oh no. Minnesota's in the house. 3:30? Okay, guys. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Let's see if I got any more questions I missed. I'm gonna go back. Let's see. I think, guys, right, you're typing faster than I can read. It's okay. We can get back to it. It's okay. But yeah, good questions, guys. Good questions. I really love answering your questions. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about. See everybody just chilling. Look at these guys. These guys, the guy there is a construction worker. He's just on a break, sitting on his phone. That dude's taking a chill break on his motorbike, probably going from one place. He looks like a delivery driver. He's got a basket on the back. That's what I'm saying. Look how chill this place is. Hey, somebody came in on the live stream, said hi. Hi. Hi, Clyde. I wonder what's happening down here. No. We're not in Lake Tahoe. Again, guys, we're in Phnom Penh, riverfront Phnom Penh, Cambodia. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I have. I visited the ancient temples in Angkor Wat. It's pretty cool. I recommend it. It's $36 to get a ticket in there, but it's an all-day event. Like you better get up early because you still won't see it all. You literally won't. You just won't. Let's see what else we got here. Sorry, I was gonna have to stare at my eyeballs. Yeah, the rice and sauce is really good out here, for sure. Oh, thank you. Yeah, guys, go ahead and give this a thumbs up if you're digging this kind of content. I mean, I try to make it interesting for people out here. So you guys can see what's happening, riverfront. As you can see, I'm just sitting out here, like, I'm sitting here right on the wall. And we got a view of this bridge. And there's people just out here, like, working or chilling, and we're just riverfront. Yeah, the people are friendly generally. I have really not run into anybody who's like an angry Khmer person. Like, everybody's cool out here. You should see the traffic jams they have out here, and I have never seen, well, maybe one incident, but it was a very rare incident. But I've never seen anybody have road rage out here. And I'm talking like there's tuk-tuk drivers, motorbikes, trucks, cars, people on bicycles, people walking on the road because there's really no sidewalks. Okay, it's so crowded on these streets, but I have never seen anybody actually hit each other. But in the traffic jams, like we're just sitting around, nobody gets upset. And when anybody honks, you know, it's really not out of anger like we do back in the States, you know, when we get pissed off, we honk at somebody. Out here, the honk technically just means, hey, I'm coming up beside you kind of thing. So look out, right? And then that just gives a signal to stop your vehicle. That's all that honking means. Like, it's a whole nother world out here. It's so crazy. It's a whole nother world, guys. Whole nother world. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's see if we could turn around. I'll turn around the other way. So you guys can get a view out here. Ooh, a lot of ants. I finished my matcha drink, guys. There we go. I can actually see your comments a little bit better right now. The glare was killing me, but here's the other side. I don't know what this building is. Citadines View Aston. I have no idea what that is. But see, if you continue to walk straight down this way, that's a really cool, like, deck that they built. And it takes you all around to the end of the peninsula. And it's just really cool. It's really, really cool. Nice place. Oh, you like the night markets? You know, yeah, the night markets can be really fun. I go out every now and then, and I'll do what they call the on the weekends. It's the street walking. I know it sounds weird, but it's like you go out and it's a night market kind of vibe where they shut down the main road near the riverfront, and then they just put like hundreds of vendors are all lined up on either side of the road. And you can buy anything and everything out there. Anything from food to a dress jacket. I mean, it's amazing what you can buy out there. Ooh, we got action going on now, guys. Mexicano. Hey, hola. Saluta. Yeah, salute. Welcome into the live stream. What's the currency like to shop around? It's a dual currency country, so they take the dollar and they take their money, which is called reals, R-I-E-L-S, if you want to know how to spell it. There's two currencies, and the exchange rate out here is 4,000 reals approximately. It goes up and down to $1. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, as far as shopping, there's all kinds of shopping in Phnom Penh. I mean, you can get cheap stuff, or you could, like in the markets, or you can literally go to the mall. I just noticed there's a disco light up here. What the hell? Look at that. Or a disco ball. I bet this place is neat, all lit up at night. That's some kind of restaurant up there. It says Restaurant Lounge Club. That looks pretty cool. I like these buildings. That's neat. That looks like a gold building over there. It's pretty cool. Good questions, guys. Keep it going, man. Hola, hola. It's 3:30. Florida. Welcome, Florida. I'm from Orlando, Florida. Do they take caps? I don't know what caps are. Can you be more elaborate? This American has no idea what a cap is. Hello, hello. No, I'm not in France. I'm in Phnom Penh. Used to live in Orlando? Cool. Oh, bottle caps? I've seen them collect, there's a lot of people out here that collect water bottles, plastic water bottles, and they collect aluminum cans, but I've never seen them do caps. And they actually do cash those in. A lot of the locals live off of that. Like, I've seen them carrying giant, carts, like wooden carts with wheels on their back, and they walk all through the neighborhood streets all day long, like my neighborhood, and they go from everybody's trash. They go from trash to trash to trash and literally hand pick out plastic bottles and aluminum cans. And from what I understood, like, they can turn in it, they need to get like, I don't know, 10, 20 pounds worth. But on a good day, they can make up to $7. I know that doesn't sound like much, especially in America. But for these people that are living out here that are really poor, like, that's not bad for just collecting bottles. Especially when you can get a meal for, like, I'm sure if you're a real local OG, you know where all the good spots are, and you can get a meal for like 50 cents out here. So yeah. Let's see. You studied at Valencia West? Damn, I went to Valencia Community College. Disney World? Shit. I lived about an hour and a half from Disney World. You used to live in Orlando? That's cool. What's the significance of the Royal Palace? Good question. I mean, it's the Royal Palace, you know? The king and the queen and all that jazz, and I can't really tell you anymore because all I know is it's a big tourist area and you just pay $10 to get in and you can tour the whole complex, so it's pretty cool. Hey, this guy's in a hurry. All right. Let me get back to your comments. Somebody said hi. No shit. You lived in Winter Garden? Okay, I know where Winter. I used to live in Claremont. I was close there. Small world for sure. Yeah, that is a small world. I used to live, well, in my 20s, giving away my age. My early 20s, I lived in Claremont, Florida. And I lived out there for a few years. But yeah, I used to have to drive through Winter Garden to Maitland with my old job. And it was an hour's drive one way. Back in the day when I didn't give a shit. I mean, when you're young and crazy and you just want to blast your rock music in your car, and yeah, the longer you're in the car, the better. I mean, that was me. Like, I'd drive 1 hour up to my job in Maitland and then 1 hour back into Claremont. So 2 hours round trip. I can't even tell you how many times I had flat tires. How many times I ran that car to the ground, bro. Like, I put so many miles on it. I had flat tires. I had timing belts that busted. I don't even know if they put timing belts on cars anymore, but timing belts that busted. Flat tires. I remember this one time, I'll tell you real quick. This was a Friday afternoon. I just got paid, right? Just got paid today. Got me a pocket full of change. I regress, easy talk. So anyway, yeah, I'm all happy, man. I got paid. I'm blasting my music. I'm cruising down the highway, and then I get my flat, right? I get a flat tire. So I was near a 7-Eleven. I managed to drive the car into the 7-Eleven with the flump tire, right? And I was like, fuck, man. I was like, I have a spare, and I have a jack, but I'm a woman. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? So, and at the time I didn't have AAA because I couldn't afford it. But I was like, I do have money where I can buy a dude or two a couple of beers and get them to do this flat for me, right? So I was at the 7-Eleven. I saw a couple of dudes hanging out, and they looked like they were in a good mood. And I said, hey, yo. I says, I hate to say it, but I sort of got a flat. I need some help. I said, I got the spare and I got the jack. I said, I'll buy you each a 6-pack of beer if you can help change the flat for me, right? Because, I mean, like, back then, this was like the 90s, like, beer was pretty cheap. And they're like, hell yeah, because they were already lit anyway. So, yeah, I got them each a 6-pack of beer. And they changed my flat for me. And I said, have a great weekend. And I was on my way. It was the best thing ever. Anyway, I digress. Let me go back to your comments. Okay, yeah, somebody jumping in about the thingy-majigger, the Royal Palace. Oh, okay. Okay, DJ Crazy, I see what you're doing. You worked at the convention center and rode a motorbike around the city. Cool. Shout out to 7-Eleven. I love that place. Yeah, right? They have 7-Elevens out here, guys. Believe it or not, they do have them. They're in Phnom Penh. Yeah, the city beautiful, man. I know, Orlando. Shit. It was a great story because it helped me out. Got me out of a jam. I hate to say it, but you guys are so easy. All I got to do is say, I'll buy you a 6-pack of beer, and I can get you guys to do anything. Maybe not all of you if you don't drink, but anybody who drinks beer, you say you're going to offer a free 6-pack of beer, Johnny, man, they're Johnny on the spot. Like, girlfriend, what do you need? I'm like, but nowadays, maybe it's going to take more than a 6-pack. It might take a case. Just saying. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, I love the slushies at 7-Eleven. They're really good. The cherry ones were my favorite. Yeah, they do make your eyes roll in the back of your head, especially when you get brain freeze. Yeah, that's true. Like I said, there's 7-Elevens here in Phnom Penh. I'm shocked because I was like, damn, they got 7-Elevens out here. And yeah, they do. They have stuff from literally all over the world. Actually, their main products come from Japan. There are a lot of Japanese, like, what do you call, sushi they serve at 7-Elevens out here. I'm not a big sushi eater, but they have Japanese sushi sandwiches. They've got Japanese desserts and like munchies. It's wild. It's wild. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. It is wild. Okay, I see what you're talking about. You're talking about what now? Mary, don't oh no wanna fuse tea or lemonade? What? They have that stuff in lemonade? I'm so out of touch, bro. Like, I mean, you know, in Cambodia, that stuff's not legal. Where I'm at, like, you can't get it. Now, it's legal in Thailand. I mean, they got them, what do you call, Mary Jane bars all over the place. And I did partake, okay. I mean, I'm not a big smoker, but since it was like, I could just walk in and buy a blunt, I was like, what the hell, right? So when I was staying in Bangkok, when I first came into Bangkok, this is another story. I just got in, I just flew in. I'm tired, I got to my hotel. There was a cafe slash Mary Jane shop, trying to keep it clean for YouTube. It was attached to the front of the hotel, right, guys? So I'm like, they sell that shit right here at the hotel. So I go in the back, I go to reception, I get checked in, right? And I asked the chick behind the counter, I says, hey, I said, I saw at the front that not only do you serve food, I said, I don't know if this is part of the hotel, but it says that I can buy a blunt out here. And she's like, yeah. She goes, go ahead, after you get checked in, help yourself. So I'm like, okay. So I go back there and they've got all of them in a case, right? They're all pre-rolled and they were a little pricey. They were like, I don't know, they cost about $5 to $7 a blunt, but they were some like supposedly really good grade A stuff. Like they had the weirdest names. They had something called Crypto Max and Blue Dynamite. I mean, it was just some weird shit. So I got 2 of them, right? And then I didn't have a lighter. They didn't sell lighters. So I was like, oh man, I can't smoke it. So I go back up to the receptionist. I said, hey, yeah, I bought a couple, but I don't have a lighter. Do you have a lighter I can use? And she goes, oh yeah. She goes, yeah. And I says, well, I noticed it says no smoking in the hotel. Where can I go smoke this? And she goes, well, you can go right outside on the back patio. That's our smoking area. And I was like, okay, cool. So she hands me her lighter. She goes, I'll be joining you in a little bit. I'm like, maybe just to smoke a cigarette, because she's still on duty, right? So I'm out there and I'm smoking. And I swear to God, I was so high. I smoked maybe this much of a blunt. I was ripped, dude. I'll tell you what, I was ripped. So I'm all happy, right? And she comes out 15, 20 minutes later on her break. And she starts lighting up her blunt. she goes, she goes, you want to hit mine too? And I'm like, wait a minute, are you off duty, right? She goes, no. She goes, no, I still got to go back to work. But I said, they let you smoke on duty? And she's like, yeah, we do it all the time. And I was like, damn, girl, that's a nice job. So she's puffing away on hers. I said, you can hit mine. So we're swapping blunts, right? I swear to God, when we were done, I mean, we were just laughing it up and chucking it. And I was just like, my eyeballs were red as you know what. So she goes back to work. I think I blew about 3-4 hours on that back patio. And time went so fast, I didn't even realize it was already like 8 o'clock at night. I was like, man, I'm hungry. I got the munchies, bro. So I ended up going, I went back up to her. I said, dude, you know I'm hungry, right? She goes, well, the cafe's right here. Literally, they put the cafe right next to the weeds, so they knew you were gonna get the munchies. So I went in there and I got me some Thai food, and I just like pigged the F out. I was so hungry. I was like, oh my Lord. And I think that buzz lasted me all the way to like 2 a.m. in the morning. Like I said, I got in maybe around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I started smoking on the back patio till 8 at night. And I was super high until 2 a.m. in the morning, and then I finally passed out. I don't know if I'd ever do it again, though. Okay, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let me get back to your comments. That was my big tour in Phnom Penh. There's a tuk-tuk driver. Ooh, it might start raining. Might have to get back under cover. You like edibles? Okay. I'm not big on edibles. I'd rather just smoke it. I know. Are they hiring? No shit. That's what I was like. I was like, they let you get high right on a job? I was like, that's crazy. No, I haven't been to the killing fields. That just seems so depressing to me. I don't really want to do that. I was cooking good looking. What am I cooking tonight? I think I left out chicken. So when I get back to my apartment, I'm just gonna cook up some chicken, you know? That's what's cooking, man. Good question, Pike. No, I'm living in Cambodia. I live here. So I help people move to Cambodia. And if you're interested in this lifestyle, especially the city life, Phnom Penh, you can check out my website, nextupunknown.me, and I'll be glad to set you up out here. I don't do tours now, okay? This ain't no tour guide service. This is more like, let's get you an apartment, let's get your visa, let's get your health insurance, let's figure everything out kind of thing and get you started. That's really what that's all about. But yeah, thanks for asking. Back to the questions. You guys have great questions. What did I study at Valencia? Oh my God. Okay, now you're really digging back. This is way, 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 way back when computers were just coming out, okay? I'm showing my age, but if you guys are as old as I am, 55, if you remember when computers were just starting to come out, this was like 1989, 1990. I took a couple of computer classes at Valencia. Because when I was in high school, they actually had type. Me learning to type actually transferred into my career at the insurance company because that's all we did. We just typed all day in information and data. So I took typing class in high school, and then the computer's starting to, come out and do its thing. So I took a couple of computer software courses to learn some of that, and that's pretty much all I did at Valencia. It was just a couple courses. I didn't actually get a degree out of there. But that's all I needed, and that's it. And then I got in with, right about 1992, I got hired as an auto claims adjuster with State Farm Insurance. I know, boo. But I worked there. Hey, it paid the bills, guys. Okay, don't kill the messenger, but it had good benefits. It paid the bills, and it got me a pension. I got in on the ground floor of a pension because 5 years later, the company stopped giving it out. So I am one of the last wave of employees that actually got the pension. Because once you work there 5 years, you're considered vested into the company and you get your pension automatically when you turn 55. And I started working there when I was 29 years old. And I quit at 53, cashed out my 401k, traveled the world for 2 years, and then got my pension at age 55. And now I'm here in Phnom Penh. In case you're wondering, like, where the hell did she get all the money? That's where I got the money. That's what I did. Going back to your questions. Oh, yeah, I know. Tempe, Arizona, that's one of the main branches. In fact, my boss, we did telecommuting or whatever they called it. My boss was in Arizona. I was in Florida. Oh, battery's getting low. You went through hell your whole career? You what? Electronics, engineering, tech? Wow. That's a lot, man. Yeah, I mean, I went through hell too. It was a very thankless job, unless people were getting money. Because let's face it, when you have to tell somebody they're at fault for an auto accident, they get very pissed, okay? And then you're going to say, well, I'm sorry, I'm not paying for your claim. They get pretty pissed, and then they want to cuss you out on the telephone. So yeah, I had to deal with that for 24 years. But then if you still tell people they're not at fault and you're going to help them with a car rental and they're going to get paid for their car and their injuries and yada, 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 then they're super, super fucking happy. Like, oh, we love you. You're the best. You're the best, you know. So it was a double-edged sword. Half the day I got bitched at and cussed out, and the other half of the day I was praised and loved. And I was like, well, it is what it is. Like I said, it's a job. Oh, thank you. You appreciate my voice? Thank you. I was told I could be a DJ. I'm a DJ. I don't know if my customer service skills were out of this world, but they were pretty spot on. I mean, I just talk to people like I'm talking to you, you know. They were always wanting us to read from a script. I thought it was so bullshit. Like, I was like, come on, these are people like me. Nobody wants to hear me read from a fucking script. You know, like, let me read the script to you about a car rental. You are only allowed X amount of dollars per day. I was like, this is bullshit. So what I did is I paraphrased the script. And I would put it in layman's terms, and I would just like talk to them like I'm talking to you, like, hey, yeah, your policy qualifies for this. You know, we'll pay 80% up to $1,000. Go to Enterprise, go to Budget, go wherever you want. We do direct bill with Enterprise, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. And most of the time, people would tell me they would be so appreciative of how I would just say it like it is. They'll be like, you know what? I've called into the company 3 times and you're the only one that actually took the time to explain this shit to me in layman's terms where I can understand what's going on. And I was like, oh, well, I think that would be common sense, but thank you. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Okay, we'll see what other questions you guys got about Cambodia. Oh, thanks, Alex. Yeah, we're in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Voiceover voice, yeah. But yeah, let me see if I can catch up with some of your other stuff while you enjoy the peaceful view of the river. Oh, what's my ethnicity? Or, I get that a lot. A lot of people say I look like somebody they know. I just have that kind of look. No, uh, how can I say? I'm a sort of a Heinz 57. I'm German, I'm Czech, and that's it. There might be a little something else, but yeah, that's my ethnicity if we want to get specific. Specifico. Going back, going back. Yeah, I'm not in America. Yeah, chicken's a good meal. Can't go wrong with chicken. You're absolutely right. A driving stream. Actually, I've already done one. So if you want to subscribe, that would be appreciated. You don't have to, but you can jump into my playlist, my live stream playlist. And I actually did a tuk-tuk ride at night. It was a 1 hour live stream. I was in the back of a tuk-tuk. It just got done raining, and literally the whole neighborhood was flooded out. And my tuk-tuk driver, like, from all the traffic, because this festival about 3 days ago, and it was a big holiday, and a lot of people were trying to leave the city to go out to the provinces to visit their families. So it was really bad traffic, and they were just like, he was just driving on the sidewalks and dodging huge floods, and it's crazy, man. But yeah, you can catch that. That's on my live stream list for sure. Yeah, it is nice out here. Zoo. I'm trying to catch your names, guys. It's a little tough. No, I wouldn't want to do any kind of side hustle voice thing. Not interested. But yeah, the whole point of the live stream, I mean, yeah, we're just, chilling out. We're having a good time. I'm just really wanting you to get a feel of what Phnom Penh, Cambodia is all about. So I do the live streams a couple times a week. And it's really just to help, like, if you're thinking about moving out here, it's really just to help you. And, get on here and answer anybody who's really serious, who wants to actually leave the United States and get out here, be an expat, and actually make their American dollar stretch. That's what this is all about. So yeah, I'll be glad to I'll just be glad to answer any of your questions. Let's see if we can turn around this way. But yeah, we have a lot of people just chilling out here. Let's look at the view over here. It's a lot more people starting to, I guess they're getting off of work and school. But here's the view of the city from this side. No, I'm not in China. I'm in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Yeah, I'm glad if we have some things in common. That's cool. I mean, that's what this live stream's meant to be, is just to find commonality and, because I get it. I mean, I left the United States because my dollar wasn't stretching, and my kids are grown, and I was like, I'm fed up. I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to work until the traditional age of 62 or 65, and if I have a plan and a way to get the hell out of there, then that's exactly what I'm going to do, and that's what I did. And it really does take a little bit of planning. With me, it was roughly a decade. I had to wait till my youngest son was actually grown enough, because I had two kids. They're 6 years apart, and I was waiting for my youngest to turn about 18, 19, get him situated. And then once he hit 19, he was ready to get out on his own, and then I was ready to go. So, I do recommend that you do some planning. I recommend that you have some sort of cash flow coming in. I mean, it's not to say that you can't come to Phnom Penh and get a job out here, because there's a lot of English teaching jobs out here, but there's no guarantee that you'll get it. And I can't really say, I mean, you don't really want to just jump over here and try to take a Cambodia's job, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, let's face it, you're getting paid in their money. You're not getting paid in American money, you're getting paid in their money, which is 4 times lower than what you would get paid back in the States. So you're better off having cash flow from America, or maybe another Western country. You could be from England or Australia, and then you would be able to make it out here. And like I said, depending on your lifestyle, you could literally, you could live out here for about $1,000 or less a month. I do it on 800, and I'm still able to save $200 a month, so it's really easy. Okay, DJ Crazy, you going back to the Philippines again? Building up your e-commerce business. That's excellent. That's excellent. Yeah, definitely do it. Thanks. Linda, you admire my courage. Thank you. I don't know. I don't consider it courage. I just consider it just getting things done. Oh, okay. Alan Mander, it's your second time on my live stream. Coffee shops, nice to see you again. Yeah, the coffee shop, the alleyway, the back coffee shop alleyway. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you caught the live stream again. Appreciate it. But yeah, we're at Riverfront right now. We're at Riverfront, so let me just show you what's happening. I mean, they love that dirty water, man. It's not pretty. I mean, it sort of is. It's Phnom Penh, man. What can I say? That's all it is. Here's the city in the background. You can see the buildings. There's a lot of locals just hanging out with me. See, I'm surrounded by locals. No worries, right? No worries, mate, as they say. No worries, mate. But thank you. Thank you for coming in on the second live stream. I appreciate you. Let's see if I can catch up on some more comments. Yeah, night tea, you definitely want to bunker down on your skills. Like I said, I don't recommend, I mean, let's say you got to have a stream of income, or let's say you have a house, okay? Maybe you don't have any online skills, or you can't get a job, or you don't have a business. Well, maybe you have a house. Don't sell your house. Maybe just rent your house out so you have rental income. I know a lot of expats that do that. I ran into a woman from Australia who's got rental income in Australia. That's what she's doing, and that's what she's living off of now. She's in Vietnam. She's not out here, but that's another avenue for you. You know what I mean? So, but if you don't have that, like I didn't have a house, I was renting. I rented all my life. So it's not like I had big assets to sell. Big assets to sell. It sounds really bad. You know what I mean. Thought a lot about the teaching English route. But since you're 40 without remote skills, you're hesitant teaching once to actually try it out. Yeah, it's not going to be for everybody, night, because I thought I could do it. Now, if I was teaching older kids or maybe adults, I think I would be better off. But those jobs are few and far between because everybody wants them, man. So you're going to more likely end up teaching young children, kindergarten through maybe third grade. And if you can't handle it, you better have a backup plan because you're going to need money, man. You're going to need the money out here. Good questions, guys. People saying hi, subscribe, done from the Philippines. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, that's all I ask, man. Just, you don't even have to subscribe, but you can just go ahead and hit the like button, and that'll help push this live stream out to other people. I am gonna have to end this stream. I know, boo-hoo. But my phone's dying, and so am I. I'm getting down to 10% on my phone. But I appreciate everybody who's stuck around. And I usually do live streams twice a week. Never know when, just when the inspiration hits. So, yeah. Oh, look at this bird, guys. Check this bird out. They have such pretty animals and birds out here. Yeah, he's cute. But yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye. But yeah, if you have any questions for me, you know, off of the live stream, if I didn't get to you, I apologize. But if you have any questions, go to my email and I'll drop it in the link after the live stream. It's my business email is Tami, Tami @nextstepunknown.com, or you can hit up my website, check me out more. I sell Cambo merch. I mean, however you want to support the channel, it's up to you. You can even buy me a coffee. Okay. But my website is nextstepunknown.me. But yeah, I love you. I'm going to give you one last look of Phnom Penh, and we're going to call it a day. Ciao.